And if you think through the life of Christ, even just the events of the last week to few weeks after his resurrection, think about all the different ways that he exhibited or embodied forgiveness. You can think of many on your own, but let's start with the fact that on the night before he was arrested, knowing that Judas would betray him, he washed Judas's feet. I don't know about you, but if I know that you're about to put a knife in my back, I don't know that in that moment I'm going to lovingly care for the condition of your dirty feet. So we start there, and then how about praying for the very ones who had been walking with him, who he knew would all run away when he got arrested? Spending all night in prayer for them. Not for himself and what he was about to face, but for them. What about those who mocked him and spit on him as he was actively dying to save them? Do you remember his words from the cross? Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. That's the embodiment of the forgiveness of God. What about after his resurrection? Restoring Peter, who had denied him. Taking time out to say, hey, Peter, do you love me? And giving Peter a do-over, a chance to say 3 times what he failed to say on the night of Christ's arrest. Forgiveness we see in the example of Christ, but in our own lives, it's difficult, isn't it? Think of the areas in your life where you struggle to forgive those who have hurt you. And we know those wounds sometimes can be very deep, and justifiably so. But we are commanded to forgive. Why? Not because the recipient deserves forgiveness, but because God forgave us. In fact, if you remember in the model prayer, at the end of it, we say what? Forgive those who trespass against us, right? Before that, we ask God to forgive us our trespasses. The indication there is that if we do not forgive, then should he forgive us? Now I'm glad it doesn't say if you struggle forgiving people, then God won't forgive you. But the indication is if you're not willing to forgive, then it reveals a heart condition that you need to examine, because the heart of forgiveness is the heart of Christ. And if we belong to Christ, then our heart has been made like his. So forgiving will always be difficult. It will always be a struggle. It requires what we are asked to do every day, which is die to self. To forgive is to let go of the penalty or whatever is owed to you from someone who harmed you. It's just to let go of it. And that's not always easy. I would dare say it wasn't easy for Jesus to actively forgive us.